It's 10 trivia questions on Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader for Miss Nolan's fifth grade class. This is Trivia with Buds. What it be, and welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Buds. Thanks for checking out the show and listening today and learning some fun new stuff or proving what you already may have learned. My name's Ryan Buds. Thanks for checking out the show. We've got a great episode for you for my friend Pate. And Pate said, I want to do some fifth grade trivia for Miss Nolan's fifth grade class. And I said, let's do it. So fifth graders, I hope you're ready to see what you know from fifth grade. I'm trying to think of what I knew in fifth grade, and it wasn't very much. I bet all of you know much more about the world than I did when I was in fifth grade. But I loved school. I loved reading. I loved writing, English, anything to do with talking. Got in trouble for talking quite a bit. Maybe you're like that. Maybe you will one day host your own podcast, and I urge you to do so. Kids, go start a podcast. If you have an idea for something you are interested in, it's never too late or too early to dive into that topic in the world of podcasting. So if there's any way I can help you, Miss Nolan's fifth grade class, with your own podcasts, let me know. Email ryanbuds, RYANBUDDS, @gmail.com, and I'll give you all my expertise on posting a 10-minute trivia podcast every day for 8 years. But until then, we're going to do a Scattergories Challenge, a new feature of the show where I pick a letter from this website called swellgarfo.com/Scattergories. Someone made this Scattergories kind of generator. And the letter today is J, and your topics are card games, names used in songs, and dairy products. Wow, that's going to be difficult. Miss Nolan's class, I think Miss Nolan might have a hard time with this one. Card games with a J, names used in songs, and dairy products. Listen to me struggle at the end of the episode to try and name those three things myself. But right now, it's time to dive into all things Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? This is all stuff you're supposed to know in fifth grade. Do you know it? Here we go. All right, question number one for Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? The first day of the 20th century was what? What was the date, the first day of the 20th century? Number one. Number two, how many sides does a heptagon have? Number two, how many sides does a heptagon have? Number three, the first fireworks were invented in what country during the 7th century? The first fireworks were invented in what country during the 7th century? Number four, who founded the Red Cross? Who founded the Red Cross? Number five, what do you call the part of a story with all the action or the big twist? Number five, what do you call the part of a story or a movie or a book with all the action or the big twist? Number six, in this sentence, what is the proposition? The pretty calico cat sat on the kitchen table. In this sentence, what is the proposition? The pretty calico cat sat on the kitchen table. Number seven, who wrote To Kill a Mockingbird? Number seven, who wrote To Kill a Mockingbird? Number eight, what do you call a scientist who studies rocks? What do you call a scientist who studies rocks? Number nine, what's the capital of New Hampshire? What's the capital of New Hampshire? And number 10, what are the three states of matter? What are the three states of matter? Those are all your questions, Miss Nolan's fifth grade class, for your quiz on Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? I bet a lot of you are smarter than your own age. We'll be right back with the answers after this. We are back with the answers to Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader Trivia? Let's see how it all went down. Here was number one. The first day of the 20th century was January 1st, 1901. 1901, January 1st, first day of the 20th century. Kind of a tricky one to kick things off. Number two, how many sides does a heptagon have? 7. Hepta means 7. Number three, the first fireworks were invented in what country during the 7th century? That would be China. China. Number four, who founded the Red Cross? Clara Barton. Clara Barton. Number five, what do you call the part of the story with the action of the big twist? That's the climax of the story. Number six, in this sentence, what's the proposition? The pretty calico cat sat on the kitchen table. And I will tell you, students, that I did not know the answer to this one as I was reading it. I was like, what was a proposition again? But it is on, the word on. The cat sat on the kitchen table. That's the proposition. Not proposition, preposition. Preposition? I might be even saying the wrong word. I think it's preposition. Oh, man. Fifth graders, even when you're a, whatever grade I'd be in, 28th grade or something like that, you still make mistakes. Who wrote To Kill a Mockingbird? That is Harper Lee. Harper Lee. And what do you call a scientist who studies rocks? That's a geologist. A geologist. And number 9, what's the capital of New Hampshire? That is Concord. Concord. And what are the 3 states of matter? Solid, liquid, and gas. Solid, liquid, and gas. And there you go. How many of those questions did you get right out of 10? I bet some of you got 10 out of 10 because you're all real smarty pantses. And hey, thanks, Miss Nolan, for having such a great 5th grade class. And thanks to my friend Pate for wanting to quiz them today. Fact of the day for my 5th grade friends: your nose gets warmer when you lie. Try that out today. It's a little lie detector test. Tell a lie and see if your nose gets warmer to the touch. All right, let's see what we got here. We've got our letters from the beginning. J, card games. Jumanji? That's not really a card game. Jacks, jokers. There's probably something to do with a jack or a joker in terms of a card game, but I don't know one off the top of my head. So I don't have a real one. Maybe you do. Names used in songs: Dolly Parton, Jolene. I live in Tennessee, where Dolly Parton's basically the president of the state. So Jolene, great song. And dairy products that start with a J, I've got absolutely nothing. Maybe some kind of weird jelly? Nope. All I got is Jolene. Hopefully, 5th graders and Miss Nolan, you did so much better. But that is today's episode. Thank you guys for listening to the show. Thanks for telling friends and family about the show. And we'll see you next time for more trivia with Buds. Reading is the key.